What's up, guys? All right, we're over here working on Randy's motor, getting the bottom end completely assembled. We always slap the pistons in it, very easy to do. So Randy's just verifying the torque. We always kind of double and triple check things. And so these things torqued about 75 foot-pounds. And so he's just going to run through them real fast and do that. So his bottom end is going to be together. I think we're at a stopping point. We're waiting on the pins for the camshaft. We got one out of his camshaft, but Bullet apparently doesn't send pins with all their camshafts. So we got one out, but we're waiting on the other one to get here so we can do all the other stuff. We just had an awesome weekend up in Ohio. We got down to 3 cars on Friday, and we got to the finals on Saturday, so that was always fun. We had a blast. Randy wasn't quite able to make it. Milton wasn't either. But this weekend we'll be racing somewhere. Kinston 252's got something happening. Block Motorsports, he's got something happening at Thunder Valley, which is a no prep race. So we got to decide where we're going to go. Some resistance, but turn it over with the handle there. Just turn it over.
I thought you meant.
Oh yeah. It's going to rotate. You can feel the tension on the rings, sliding and gliding. So that's a good thing. So we got a bottom end ready to go back in the car. Got to stick the seal on it. Everything feels nice and smooth. It did to me a minute ago. You see it's got that nice roller thrust bearing up there again. So that one is good, in good shape. I'll probably go work on my new car a little bit. Go work on that and try to get the front end stuff done. Brian's over here working on his. What are you doing to yours, Brian?
Preventive maintenance.
Maintenance. So pulling transmission out. You said everything looked good.
Put a band in it.
Oh, a band. Okay, yeah, the band was bad. So I had to put a band in it. These things are, I mean, you've got to constantly work on them. I mean, it's amazing the amount of work. He's still waiting on the injector to get back from billet atomizer, which that was repaired. And so it will be back, hopefully he said tomorrow. So he's planning to go to Kinston 252 race this weekend. So y'all make sure y'all come out to Kinston. Y'all want to see Bryan. Bryan's going to have this fancy car out there killing it. Going to be running good. You going to put slicks on it, or is it radial prep out there now?
I'm gonna leave radials on it.
You're gonna go out there on the Pro 275s, and that's crazy. And this oil pan, you can see it got smacked. When did it get smacked? That got smacked in the crash, didn't it?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, that's when he crashed it in the other car. It squashed it because it broke all the front frame rail stuff out of it, and it just come down on it and broke it. But this car works so good, man. This car is a very, very, very good working car. He also said he might take it no prep racing with us at No Prep Kings when they come to Darlington, which this thing will be, very fast there. So, I mean, it's going to be one of the contenders for sure. JW worked on this thing. I appreciate it, JW. He got over here and worked on it some in the last week or so. So he put that thing spindle on and all the brake stuff. So this thing, we might be able to get it rolling today. Let's work on this thing a little bit more. I've got the aftermarket lines. We're going to take the rubber lines off. We got everything over here. We're going to work on this for a little while, see if we can get some good progress on this. Bam. All right, guys. We made some good progress in the last couple of days. I had to go get some parts and pieces. We didn't have quite everything to finish it, but we do have the front end is mostly done. So what we got done, all this stuff is now tight. All the steering, the rack and pinion, I did end up getting drop bushings for that, so that's dropped down just I think it's a 1/2 inch drop or 1/4 inch drop. All the spindles are on, all the bump steer kit's on. Of course, the bump steer kit is not adjusted yet. Maximum Motorsports caster camber plates, and these actually come on this car, and so I decided I was going to just try them and see what happened. I did end up flipping this inner part here to give myself a little bit more travel. Normally that sticks way up, so with it sticking down under the bottom, it's just going to give you a little bit more travel. And you see I also had a spacer under there. So that's kind of the maximum amount of extension you can get the way this thing is set up. We got the 93 Mustang spindles. Like I said, my buddy Chris Moore, he ended up having those. So that worked out great. We do have the wheelwood brakes. And what we ended up doing with the wheelwoods is they were very easy to put on. These are off of Devin Vanderhoof's car. And they seem to roll pretty good. And, you know, of course, we don't have any pressure about the line kit. We'll redo all the brake lines. Bryan was telling me what brake line kit to do, because this has got a master cylinder. We think that's aftermarket master cylinder of some sort. It's got a roll control, but we're not going to use that. There is no proportionate valve. I do have a proportioning valve at the house, but I don't know. I don't remember if it is a 3-port or 4-port or what it is. So we're going to look at that, see if that'll work. Probably going to grab a master cylinder off of a 94, 95 Mustang. Those tend to have the bigger bore diameters. And so when you have a bigger bore diameter, you have a little bit more pedal. You have a little bit more feel. So the front end's pretty good. These are the wheels off of Randy's car. You can see that one is kind of scuffed up pretty bad. That's where he crashed it. Got into the wall last year. So I'm gonna borrow those. He'll probably end up getting the black ones back at some point. He likes the black better than the chrome. But you know, for me, I don't care. It makes no difference to me. So I got to get lug nuts. I got to get a brake line kit, the master cylinder stuff. And we are going to go ahead and cut this stuff off of the front. Codion, you know, Zach has got that on his car. That's a good kit. I'm going to kind of do something similar to that. But I wish I had time to just order his. But it's one of those things, a time and money thing. So what I'm going to end up doing is chopping this off here and going straight down to this point. And then I'll plate it on here. And then I'll come out with the bar. And then we'll come out across to the front. I might bend it down so that the turbo can sit on it. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do the turbo yet. I may turn it back sideways instead of leaving it forward, but I may leave it forward too, I don't know. Downfall about having it forward, sticking out the nose. If you crash into the wall, which we're doing a lot of no prep racing, that's the first thing that gets banged up. You know, it's a nice Forced Inductions GTR 102 turbo. I kind of like to have it protected, you know, back in the back. We will have to do the fuel cell as well. Of course, the fuel cell stuff will be mounted over here on the side. We'll cage that in so it's not just hanging off on the outside of the frame rail either. Probably what I'll end up doing is I'm probably going to cut this about right here. I'm not terribly unhappy with the bars, how these are done and going up. You know, that's not bad. I can deal with that. It's just where it attaches this frame and the way this frame kind of looks like it's a little wobbly. So we're going to cut all that stuff off. Inside the car, I haven't messed with it in a while. We got these nice support bars here. We got to do these. I did these in a full-size bar. I'm going to do those in probably 1 inch. The rules say that you can do it in, I think it's 3/4 inch. We're going to probably do it in 1 inch across from here. That's 1.5 inches, or shoot, that might be 1 5/8 inches. I think it's 1.5 inches. Seat is in there. I am going to have to modify just a little bit on that corner over there. I was thinking about cutting this out completely, but I'm not going to do that. That gives it structural support across the floor. So we're going to leave that in there the way it is. The back of the car, I got my wheel tubs in the other day, and so I didn't bring them over. The back end's done for the most part. Put the wheel tubs in it and then do the sheet metal back here. I do have to pull the center section out just to go through that, make sure everything is good there. The rear end is for the most part where it needs to be centered in the car. It's pretty close. We'll get everything completely done. I've got the diagonal bar down there. So the diagonal bar is what we're going to use to center it back and forth. So I think we'll be fine there. For no prep stuff, we got to do the parachute mount. We got to come off of this bar here down for the parachute mount. For the no prep stuff, I think what I'm going to do, right now I've got those two 8-volt batteries back here in the back. I don't know if I'm gonna do that with this car or not. I may just put a regular lightweight 16 single volt battery in it, and I'm gonna stack the weight. So back here I'm gonna build a mechanism. I've got that bar weight that'll fit perfect across here, but I'm gonna stack it up high, and I want it to be up at the very, very top up here. And the other thing, you know, probably honestly one of the things this thing may have an advantage on a coupe car, if you think about it, this bar coming back right here, I mean, I could come off right here and go all the way up to the top here, whereas the hatchback, the coupe comes down and then the trunk is flat and low. So this may be an advantage, possibly. So, you know, we can get some weight off the back of this car up high. Right now, it's still got the glass in it. I'll probably leave that there. No sunroof up top. Man, we're getting close. I mean, it's getting real close. I mean, hopefully I can get this thing done. We got our extender for the steering wheel here, so that's going to go there. That way, make it a little easier. I actually climbed in the car the other day, and it actually was not bad to get in and out. Whoever did these bars on the side, you can see they're a little lower, so it made it just a little easier. You know, it makes it easier to get in and out. My car now, this bar is way up here, and so when it's up high, you know, it comes down at a steep angle. It makes it kind of hard to get in and out. So I think we're going to be good. Those are my 16-100s. We tried to put those on, but we couldn't get those on because the front of the car is just so light right now. So we had to put just 14-150s on it. So we'll be changing that. But we're making some progress, guys. So, I mean, it's a work in progress to see how it's going to work out. The good thing about no prep is I don't have to have the front end on it. I'll just blend in with all the other cars with no front ends. We got to put glass in it. I've got the doors I'm going to take off my car now currently and put in here. I've already got the hat, bead locks on the back. These are 12-inch wide wheels. So, you know, I'm going to probably try to find me a set of 14-inch wide wheels at some point. Once I get the thing going, that's a kind of an afterthought. But these are welds that were actually double bead locked by somebody. So I'm excited, guys. This is coming along. We're excited. We're making progress. It's time consuming. You got to put work in order to get it to go. And I have not been putting a lot of work in. All right, guys, we'll jump off of here. Just want to give y'all an update, show you that we are making a little bit of progress on the car. I'm excited, very excited to get this thing, you know, up and going and running into the track soon. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Later, guys.